So welcome back to the Ministry in this 1750 point game of Warhammer 40,000 8th edition. James has come today with his Ultramarines and we're going to play a standard game. We've not played a normal game in a long time, Maelstrom game. So we've got the table set up already. We've got a Dawn of War deployment. So the guard who are yet to set up, I'm going to choose this line. I didn't put the objectives here, actually James did. And then, well you did, didn't you? It's not me, it's like saying like go and game me. And the Ultramarines will be along this side. So this is going to be impassable today. Obviously there's been reports at the Tallarn, there's a bit of an insurrection going on. The Gene Sealer cult have been popping up and some of their equipment's been seen in the hands of the enemy. So the Ultramarines have been dispatched to see what's going on and basically cut off the head of the snake, stop this insurrection before it gets up. But these Tallarn are no traitors. These are loyal to the death, these guys. So anyway, they're not going to give up without a fight. They're going to clash today. So we've got the table set up. We've got an objective here, here and here. Obviously some crater, some good line of sight, blocking bits of terrain here. The land pad, James has got a flyer. Flyers can land on it and stuff, but we're not gonna let any troops up there or anything like that. Just keep it as line of sight blocking, and there's no seeing through it. There's bits blocked off here, and that side's blocked off, so there's no hiding under it or anything like that. Basically, we've got another objective down here, one down there, and one at the front of the bastion there. Again, the bastion as well. I don't think any of us have got any sort of deep strike and jumpy units anyway, but the top of it as well. If someone can get on there, they can get on, but obviously none of my troops and stuff will be able to get on. So that's the mission. Like I said, it's going to be Maelstrom mission. We haven't rolled for the mission type yet. We'll do that next, but I think it'll be a sort of standard 3-core game maybe, but we'll see. And we'll take a look at the armies. Right, so we'll take a look at the armies today, and here is the Tallarn, 1750 points worth. We're rocking a brigade, I'm just told a Supreme Command and a Spearhead. So again, not really competitive list, so we went for more of a fun game today. My Tallarn, they like to be mechanised to the Maximus, so they all are mechanised. There's going to be, there may be some shenanigans. They've got a few tricks up their sleeves, the Tallarn. For those that don't know, basically the army-wide rule is infantry units with the Tallarn keyword can advance and fire their weapons without the penalty of the -1. Vehicles with the Tallarn keyword don't suffer the penalty to move and fire heavy weapons, so that's quite nice for the stuff like the Lehman Russ there and these guys. And the super heavies treat their weapons as assault weapons. And this guy will get the Tallarn keyword because he's in a Supreme Command attachment as opposed to a super heavy auxiliary. But to be honest, I don't think it'll make that much difference in the list. So anyway, we've got 2 company commanders, just totally stock there with the chain. James is just wrecking the table. Chain swords and las pistols. We've got 3 squads of troops, just old stock. Guys, sergeants with las pistols, chain swords. So that makes up basic element of the battalion. And we've got 2 scout sentinels with missile launchers. We've got a Doom Hammer moving into the Supreme Command with the 2 las cannons, 2 twin heavy bolters, the big magma cannon, I think that's what it's called, the twin heavy bolter, and it can carry 25 guys, which is quite nice. So probably, these guys are going to go in a couple of HQs and stuff like that. Then we've got a tank commander. Apologies on this, it should be a battle cannon, but I can't really find my other turret and some of them aren't quite fully painted up. So this guy's got a las cannon, 2 heavy bolters, and a battle cannon. And then we've got 3 individual Lehman Russes, all rocking triple heavy bolters and battle cannons, just to keep it simple. And then we've got a Chimera with double bolters. And then, so that's obviously the Spearhead and brigade covered. And then obviously elements of the Supreme Command, there's the 2 HQs for the brigade. We've got a Primaris Psyker here and a Primaris Psyker there. Both going to take the same powers, Psychic Barrier and Night Shroud. And obviously they've got Smite, so they can cast 1 a turn, deny 1. We've got an Ogryn bodyguard with a shield and plate and a maul. So he's effectively got a 2-up armor and he's pretty punchy and he can take wounds for the characters. We've got an engineer there to do some fixer-upper in, Bob the Builder. And then we've got my warlord today. Like I said, this is why it's not really competitive as well. We've got a Lord Commissar, and this guy's going to take the Blade of Conquest, and his warlord trait is going to be Master of something command. I can't remember what it is. Basically, he can issue an order. These guys, he battles with these a lot. This guy's cold as stone. He's killed more of his own men than the enemy have. He suffers no desertion, bolt pistol, and the Blade of Conquest. So That comes in at 1,750 points, I think, on the nose. I think there was an extra, because there's a storm, the heavy stubber, I think, on this guy was added extra. There's an extra couple of points and stuff. So that's literally 1,750 on the nose. It'll give me 10 command points in total, which is one more than the Marines. And we're going to look at their army now. So here's James's Ultramarines, and apologies, he was devastated. He realised he'd left his Derrideo at home. So he's going to proxy my Leviathan as a Derrideo. He'd packed all the stuff up, had it painted, and I was like, James, are you sure this is 1,750? And he's like, yeah. And then he's like, oh, hang on, where's my Derrideo? And then he's left that. So anyway, it's going to be the Derrideo with, it's the autocannons one, isn't it?
The cannon and
the Helios launcher.
The shield on it.
Or the shield for the 5-up in one. Yeah. Right, okay. So we'll cover that in game if people don't know what that is. But anyway, James is going to be rocking 9 command points. He's got a Vanguard and a battalion. So he's got his... Oh yeah, he's right. It was 8. Because he's obviously... When the models come down, I was like, have you not got a third HQ? And obviously he said Kronos, but obviously forgot he didn't have his second one. So basically, he's 2 HQs. He's got Kronos in the Land Raider. And he's got his Captain in Gravis Armor, his Primaris Captain. 3 intercessor squads with the, I'm assuming they've got the, is it a chainsword on the guy? Have you upgraded into the power fists?
I have power fists on all of them.
So there's power fists, excellent, on each of the guys, and a grenade launcher because they're free. Yeah. Then we've got a Hellblaster squad. I think just the normal guns, yeah. The aggressors with the Boltstorm gauntlets. Then he's got his fire ramp there. He does love this guy with the las cannons on there and the big rotor cannon and the quad heavy bolters. That should make short work of any of my infantry. And then, like I said, proxy, and this guy's a Derrideo. So basically, he's got 2 twin auto cannons. I think he's got some nipple guns as well, if I remember correctly, on a Derrideo.
He has
two heavy bolters or something. Yeah. And the shield, I'll let
5+ in run,
and it's anything within 6, isn't it? Does the unit have to be within 6 and it's a 5-up in run? I can't remember if it's wholly within 6. We'll get James to check pre-game. But that's basically what it is. It pumps out this sort of power field, a bit like an Orc custom force field to give units an in run. So it's quite tasty, quite a nice little fire base. It should be interesting. Obviously, James doesn't have a lot of troops. The mission we did roll for is cleanse and capture, so it's 3 cards a turn every turn. So with that, we'll get these armies set up and move into the game. So the armies are deployed. The Marines, obviously having a lot less, went first. So, well, they got the drop first, so they should be going +1. So we just cover them. We've got the Fire Raptor up here, the Banner guys, and a lot of dudes around here. 2 units, 3 units. No, Hellblasters, 2 units of Intercessors, the Aggressors, and the Banner dude. And then over here we've got his Derrideo, the Land Raider, another unit of Intercessors, and the Warlord, who has been upgraded to a Chapter Master for 3 CPs. So yeah, this guy is the Warlord. We'll just point them out now. His Warlord trait is the Ultramarines one, so I think it's Adeptus of the Codex it's called. So on a 5-up, basically, for every command point he spends on a stratagem, you can get it back. Obviously, it's only 1 per round, battle round. We are going to do the bolter drill, so the Marines will be benefiting from, if they stand still. Obviously, these guys will be getting 2 shots at 30 inches. The Dreadnought, it's not really going to, these guys, pretty much they're 18 anyway. It's going to, we'll see. Anyway, it should give you, it's better for things like, like Storm Ravens and anything, Marine Dreadnoughts or Storm Bolters, all that kind of stuff it's really good for. But we'll put it into effect anyway. And the relic James took was the Emperor of the Banner of the Emperor Ascendant on this guy. So on a 3-up, the Marines will be doing something even if they're dead. So at the start anyway, James will be sitting on objective 4 and 5. Objective 6 is in the middle here, in sort of the kill zone or no man's land. And the Tallarn have set up a Russ here. We've opted not to put anybody in ambush. I think this sort of setup means the more units I've got on the board, the better really. We've got a Guard Squad and a Commander just sitting here next to this objective. We've got the Doomhammer, which is loaded with 2 squads, a Commander and a Psyker in here. Oh, just notice his guns, just click forward. So we put him there. We've got a Scout Sentinel here, Scout Sentinel there. This one's got the Commissar, the Tech Priest, 1 Psyker in, and the Bodyguard. Like I said, another Scout Sentinel, and the 2 tanks and the Tank Commander here. So, James, you went first. Well, you dropped first, so you get the +1. So James is on a 3, and I'm on a 1. So, James going first. Don't want to attempt to seize. The Tallarn will attempt to seize the initiative.
Yeah, silly not to.
No. So, we're going to go into Marine turn 1. So, we'll draw the cards and see what James gets. Well, James is shuffling his deck or fixing his deck, whichever way you want to look at it. The Guard have spent 2 command points, which leaves us on 8 to James's 5 now to prepare positions. So all our units are going to be benefiting from a +1 save, except Titanic units, basically. So James's cards, basically they just want him to kill stuff. So kill something with no prisoners, kill something in the shooting phase with overwhelming firepower, and Blood and Guts. Blood and Guts will be a bit harder to get, obviously, turn 1. I don't think anything will be in a turn 1 charge with these armies. No prisoners and overwhelming firepower, definitely doable though. So we'll move into James's movement phase and come back. So James has had a big shuffle, well, to his left. So the Raptor, which is still in the sky, zipped over this way. This Intercessor squad stayed still. The Derrideo, I keep going to call it Leviathan, he sidestepped as well. The Land Raider's moved as well. Power of the Machine Spirit's going to kick in, so he's not bothered about moving and shooting. And the Commander's down here as well. Sorry, the Chapter Master's down here. So obviously a big push down this side to put some hurt on these Lehman Russ tanks early on. Then down here, these guys just stayed still. Obviously thinking they're not really got a lot of stuff in sight anyway if they move. And a big push with all these guys forward anyway, just to keep them out of line of sight. Cat and mouse, isn't it? Make me move to get into their line of sight rather than just chuck all those guys in front of a Lehman Russ tank and see what they can do. So James hasn't got any psychers, so he's going to go straight into the shooting phase. It's pretty much that side of the board, nothing's going to happen. So it's all over here. These guys could be in trouble, but we did prepare position, so they're technically on a 2-up armour, which might help. Would have been nice if I got first turn, because I could have done like orders to pop smoke and things, but it is what it is. Marine shooting, turn 1. Kronos.
Yeah.
So we're starting with Kronos and his Land Raider. He's coming down for the tank commander. So he's got 4 las. He's doing all guns, yeah, hitting on 2s. He'd be re-rolling or failed. Yeah, he's hit with everything. He's looking for 3s to wound. That's 3 wounds. So we've got 3 saves. Normally it would be a 5-up, but prepare position. So we're looking for 4-ups. So we're looking for 3 4-ups. Oh, for the Emperor! He makes them all. I've just said to James, you're going to melt them here.
Right. Oh, I should have declared all the weapons, shouldn't I?
But you said you're doing them all at the tank commander, yeah. So he's got his heavy bolter as well. Twin heavy bolter, hitting on 2s, rerolling everything, all hit. These will wound on 5s. Just 2.
Not 2, yeah.
2. -1, so 3s. Oh, he saved them as well.
Freaking hell. See how this game's going.
Ooh, nah. That's probably all the luck gone. Because there is a Derrideo and there's a big Fire Raptor. So James is going to have a think, but I'm pretty sure everything's going to go for this tank commander. Yeah. So James changed his mind. He's going to go with the Derrideo first. So all guns into this guy, the heavy bolters are in range. So he's going with his auto cannons, hitting on 3s because he moved. Yeah. But you can reroll the 1s, but not the 2s.
What the fuck have I got that one?
That's a scatter dice, so that one went wild. Right, so you can't reroll those 2s because they would be hits, which is pretty bad. But you can reroll those 2 1s. So they both miss. That's pretty whiff roll. But anyway, so he's wounding on 5s. Is it strength 8, the autocannon on the Derrideo?
No.
It is 8, yeah. So he's looking for 4s. That's 2 wounds. You do have command points because these are -1, 2 damage. But you'd be looking for a 4 to wound. No. So we've got 2 saves of a 3. He saved them both. Again, this tank commander is eating the bullets. You got your 2 heavy bolters anyway.
5, 6, yeah.
Again, these will be hitting on 3s, but you can reroll the 1s because you moved. That's better. They all hit. That roll again will be pretty good. They were all 5s and 6s. Decent. 2. So 2 3-ups. Oh, again, jeez. Saved a lot.
Right.
Hang in there, buddy. Hang in there. He's eating a Land Raider and a Derrideo's worth of shooting without a scratch on his paintwork yet.
It's going to be locked into one tank on the risk of trying to pop.
See, because this thing has got its chain guns. It's got 4 quad bolters.
I think I'm going to...
And 2 twin las. Yeah, everything into this guy. I tell you what, do the las cannons and we'll do all the other millions of guns. So you can reroll the 1. This guy does have power of the machine spirit as well, so they all hit. Looking for 3s to wound. 2 wounds. Are you spend any CP there?
Yeah, we'll go 1. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 3 wounds. Again, it's going to be the same as before, so I would normally be on a 6-up. Up to a 5-up. Because we're in prepared positions. Made 2. So it's D6 damage For the 3, do you get your command point back on a 5?
Yeah. No.
No. So I've took, what, 3 damage? Wow, that's pretty good. So just point out there, the reason his armour saves are so good, and go back and check them all, is prepare position. So 3 up armour down to 2 up, so he's saving against these las cannons on a 5, which is pretty good. He's made them all so far. He's made everything, apart from that one there. So 3 wounds down. 10 shots from the Avenger gun, which is its strength 6, so you can reroll all those misses. Yeah, they all hit. A good strength 6, we're looking for 5s to wound.
Oh shit.
2?
2.
But they are -2, aren't they?
I'll roll. -1, I think, was it?
Well, we've made 1 definitely, and we've failed 1, because it's definitely a minus.
Oh, -2, yeah.
-2, yeah. So he's failed 1, the 2 damage flat.
Yeah.
So it knocks the tank commander down to 7. And then you've got all the heavy bolters. So we'll roll these off camera basically. So you'll be hitting on 3s, re-rolling with quad heavy bolters. Yeah. So this is 1 batch.
12.
So basically all bar 1 hit from 1 sides, and we're looking for 5s to wound. So that's actually a pretty good roll. This 5. Do you want to do the next batch? 5 wounds from that side. So all bar 2 hit with the heavy bolters, and then we've got, that's another good wound roll. It's another 5, isn't it? Because that's 6.
That's 11 total, isn't it?
6 there, so 11 wounds. This could get him. So we've got 11 3 ups we're looking for. We'll drop some wounds here for sure. 2? Just 2. Wow. Well, he's down to 5 though. That's massively degraded. But I'll take that for a first turn's worth of shooting for sure.
Get rid of him.
So James hasn't scored this turn, and I think he's going to ditch Blood and Guts, which is kill something in the fight phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to keep no prisoners, no woman firepower. So nil point as we move into the guard. I'm amazed that happened. Turn 1. Overkill. So my cards, turn 1, overkill. So victory point if one of my vehicles kills a unit, or if my Titanic vehicle does, D3. Mission critical, we rolled a 2. I don't know where that is yet. And secure 5. Oh, mission critical is 2. So that's here.
Oh, you're on it.
Yeah, pretty much sitting on it with it. We have started to move a bit anyway, but then I drew the cards, so that's handy. So these guys all moved less than half. This guy moved around, but anyway, that's 2. I don't know, it's 5s down there, so we're definitely not going to get that one. But we'll finish off the movement phase anyway. Like I said, these guys just did a little shuffle left, and that guy moved around. I didn't scout move them, but there wasn't much point anyway, I don't think, so right, we'll finish this off. So the movement phase is done, finished. This guy's moved up a little bit. The tank just sort of shimmied still. These guys stayed still. Like I said, this guy moved round. The tank there scoring it, this guy didn't move, because he can't if he used jury riggers, which costs us a CP to heal another point. It keeps him in the bracket he's in, but I'm more expecting to be battered next turn anyway, and there's definitely, I'm not going to make armour saves like I did in the first turn, so he's living on borrowed time. This Lehman Russ has moved up, so it can see these guys now. Yeah, it'll not be able to shoot its main gun twice, but it's got 3 heavy bolters and a battle cannon, so at least it can start doing some work on those Hellblasters. They're done, so we do have a psychic phase. I knew I'd forgot something. I'm like looking around, I'm like, where are my psychers? Because they've got Night Shroud, but I'm only cast 1 a turn anyway. So we'll move into the psychic phase. We're going to attempt Night Shroud with the first psyker. We'll put it on the big fella to make him -1 to hit, and the Night Shroud is a casting value of 6. Yeah, come on, point it. No, it doesn't go off. And then we'll use Psychic Barrier from the other guy on the same unit, which is a peril that I've used like a bite. And he takes a mortal wound. Doesn't die. But to be honest, I had a ridiculous first armour saves, so I think I'm due a whiffy turn. So no psychic powers in effect. My psycher's got a massive headache and took a wound. Could have been worse, but he can't die from the first perils of the warp, so it's always good. Right, we'll go into shooting phase and start issuing some orders. So the only order getting issued basically is this guy's popped smoke on himself to make himself -1 to hit. That's pretty much all we can do, really, to be fair. So we're going to move into shooting, and we'll start over here. Now, we'll start down there with the Lehman Russ, and we're going to do basically all its guns into the Hellblasters. Like I said, the Tallarn units don't suffer the penalties for moving and firing their heavy weapons, So we've got 3 lots of heavy bolters and the battle cannon going into the hellblasters. Sorry, we forgot about the inspired tactics. So this guy can't issue a second order for a command point, which he's done. So this guy on the objective has also popped smoke to make him a bit harder to hit. And then, like I said, we're going to go into this guy's guns. So all guns into the hellblaster squad. We've got D6 shots from the battle cannon because it did move more than its max 4. We'll take that, that's decent. So 4 shots, hitting on 4s. We've got 1 hit and we'll be wounding on a 2. We do get a wound, it's at -2, so you'll be on a 5 up on a hellblaster. No, and it's D3 damage. I'm supposing you're not command rerolling that.
No.
It is 2, so that's a dead hellblaster. On a 3 up, you'll get to do something.
It's in range.
So it's in range of your banner, yeah.
Oh, no, but I meant...
Or the battle cannon's like 72 or something. Yeah. So nope. You CP in that or not? I'll let you think. Well, lie him down. It's up to you. It's a. You've only got 4.
No,
Keep them. Right. I haven't got any lads. I've just got heavy bolters.
No, I mean for me.
Or for your last cannons. All right. Okay. So we've got the heavy bolters again hitting on 4s. That's a better roll. And then we're looking for 3s to wound. That's a decent roll. 3 at -1. So 3 4-ups from these heavy bolters.
They're gonna be dead before they get a chance to.
Yep, there is another one dead, and on a 3 up he'll get to do something. James rolled a 1 and a 2 and a 4. No!
Oh.
So the banner's already
Dropping.
coming into effect. Those guys can't fail morale because they're leadership 9 being Ultramarines, so can't do any morale checks, and that's that guy done. I've got no other units that are in line of sight to them guys, to be fair. So what we're going to do now, we're going to start over here with this guy. Normally I'd leave him to last, but the thing is, the only really thing he's got in line of sight and range is the big bird, and I'll be hitting on 5s, and some other units down here could potentially pick wounds off other things. So this guy's going to go against the Fire Raptor. Now I did move, I'm going to be on 4s to hit, -1 because you're still in the air, so he's going to be on 5s to hit. Each heavy bolter's on in range, so it's basically 2 las cannons and the magma cannon. So the magma cannon, 60-inch range, heavy 2d6, it's basically like a big melter. So I need good on this, 5. Haven't used the CP yet. I'm going to use a CP on that 1 because I need to get more shots, I think, than that. They hit it 6, so that's 1 better. So we're down to 5 command points. So we've got 6 shots, hitting on 5s. Come on, good hit roll here, please. There's 2 hits. I'll take that. It is strength 10, so it's 3s to wound. 2 wounds. Now it's -5 on the save, so it's no save.
Oh shit!
But
you know what I did?
You're not in big melter range either, or is he just out? So yeah, no save. He's out at 6 anyway. So I think it's infantry, but James will check. But he's just out with 6 inches, so it's D6 damage for each hit. And I've used my CP, so 8. He took a big melter slag shot right in his rift there, so he's down to 6. I think he starts on 14, doesn't he?
16.
16, so he's down to 8. Then we've got the 2 las cannons hitting on 5s. We've got a hit. We're looking for a 3. We don't get a wound and we've spent our CP, so we can't do anything about that. So he's good. So we're going to come down here. This little scout sentinel's going to try his luck with his missile launcher. Now he doesn't suffer the penalty to minus just because he's moved, so he's be hitting you normally on a 4, 5 because he's supersonic. Nope, he's missed. Right, the tank commander's effectively the same ballistic skill as these guys now because he's dropped down. But what we're going to do, he's doing all guns into the Fire Raptor. Yeah, I think we have to go for the Fire Raptor. Yeah. So we've got... Actually, we'll double check our heavy bolter and stuff range and see if that's in range of other targets. Right, so this guy is going all guns blazing into the Raptor. So he's going to have a las cannon, 2 heavy bolters, and a battle cannon which can fire twice. I was tempted to put the heavy bolters into these guys to start thinning them out. But I think if I can get this guy right down, it's going to make a massive difference this early on. It is. Yeah, so we're looking to really knock this guy's wounds down. So 2d6, we've got to shoot the battle cannon at the same target, so I'll roll for them at the same time. So 2d6 shots, it's 7. Get some dice ready, 3, 4, 5, 7. So we're looking for 4s, 3s normally, 4s because he's degraded, and then obviously -1, so we're looking for 5s. So he's missed with his battle cannon. We're looking for his las cannon, that's hit. We're looking for a 3, it's a wound, it's a -3, so he's on a 6 up armour. Yeah. We'll just point out this guy's field would have saved him,
yeah,
but he's just out, it affects any unit within 6. So James has got a 6 up save with his raptor. Doesn't make it. Are you CPing it or not?
Yes.
You are? He's going to try and keep this bird in the sky. Oh, last time you did that against me in a game, you made it. Can you remember?
Yeah.
It's 2. Just 2. So he's down to 6. It's okay. He's hanging in there. Then the heavy bolters. We've got 1 hit. We do get a wound at -1. And James make a 4 up. Yes, he can. There's the 6. That would have, well, it was only 2 damage. It could have been worse. So what we'll do, the next guy is going to put, because they're all triple heavy bolters battle cannon, he's going to put the battle cannon into this guy, and he's going to put the heavy bolters into the intercessors to start trying to thin them out. So 2d6 for the battle cannon. Just 3 shots. So we're looking for 5s. He's got his hit. We're looking for a 3 to wound. No wounds. So we'll do the heavy bolters later for him, into them, because I've said we're going to do them. And this guy's going to do the same. So he's going to go heavy bolters into those intercessors, and he's going to do the battle cannon into these guys. So 2d6 from his battle cannon. 8. That's a bit better. So looking for 5s. Oh, that's a lot better. He's got 5 hits. We're looking for 3s. Oh, 3. This guy's got targeting arrays on flyers or something. So James needs to make 3 5-ups. Oh, he's dropped 2. You've used the command point as well. So 2d3. 4. Right, we'll do the heavy bolters off camera and see how many of these guys get it. But that's knocked the raptor right down to 2 wounds, which is good. So the combined rust firepower. Again, this tank rolled super hot. You hit with almost everything. We've got 7 wounds. We just did all the rolls to hit and wound off camera. So we've got 7 wounds on the intercessors. Looking for 4 ups because it's -1 to the save of the heavy bolters. So we've knocked a guy down. Yeah. So I thought, and a wound on 1 because there's a 3 there as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So with that, pretty much what I thought would do, kill a guy and wound a guy, maybe. But I think with that, that's the end of my phase. And it means I'm not going to score my overkill card because I didn't kill anything. None of us are going to score first blood. James can't fail any morale checks. I put as much firepower as I could into that raptor really to try and knock it down. I'm going to ditch my secure objective 5 at the end of my turn, which will leave me with overkill, which means my Titanic unit could still get us D3 points for killing a unit. And mission critical 2, I will score for 1 victory point. So it's actually, at the end of that turn, it's 1-0. 1-0 after all that firepower, no units dead on either side yet. 1-0 to the guard, moving into Space Marine, turn 2. This could be a brutal turn though. Hopefully the smoke on these guys will help keep them alive. James has drew Supremacy as his 3rd card, which is tricky. It is tricky, but it's definitely doable. So we'll let him finish his movement and see where he ends up. Right, so the big bird's dropped into hover because he is hurting. He wants to, obviously he's just shuffled a little bit to get within this guy's field range, stay within range of the Chapter Master. These guys have shuffled on a little bit. They're still within 3 of the objective to get the Supremacy. James decided not to push this guy forward because he doesn't want to bring him in line of sight of the big tank yet. The aggressors have moved up to get within range of this guy. Obviously they've had to move so they'll not fire twice. To score Supremacy, James had to advance his Hellblasters so they'll not be shooting. But he's hoping that if they die this time, they'll at least get to do something when they die. So they will score him 6. These guys have popped up here. They'll score him 5. They'll move forward. Normally the Banner dude, I think, had moved or advanced. I can't remember anyway, but he moved up. So these guys will get some pot shots down here with the grenade launchers and other guns and stuff. So he's not expecting to do much down here, but that's the card he had to get, was the only one within range. It's basically how much hurt he can put down this end of the table to start nailing these guys. So we're going to go into the shooting phase.
Yeah, we'll go...
This guy will be hitting on 5s now, standard. But the best thing to remember is his ballistic skill is now 5, so the Chapter Master's there, you're re-rolling the 1, 2s, 3s and 4s.
Yeah, I'm going to go las cannon into the back guy again.
So both las cannons?
Yeah. 6 heavy bolters into this guy.
Quad heavy bolters into the...
Oh no, we're going from the...
Oh right,
yeah, sorry. Okay. Sorry, 4 las cannon there, heavy bolter there.
Yeah.
I don't think... I can't remember.
Shall I give you some advice?
Yeah,
start with these.
Oh, to see if he dies.
Well, the only thing they can shoot in range is this.
Oh yeah, makes
so
sense,
he can then maybe tickle wounds off these. That's what I would do. Start with what's in range and the only thing they can shoot at. So we'll start with the aggressors. They've got 6 bolter shots each, and then you may as well roll 3d6 for the grenades. They get so 3d6 extra from the grenade harnesses. So 10. So they're going to get 18 from that gauntlets plus 10. So 28 strength 4 shots coming into this guy. So James hitting on 3s. He hasn't got anybody close enough to reroll or anything there, but it's still a pretty decent hit roll. He'd be wounding the Scout Sentinel on 5s. So that equals lots. So wounding on 5 should get this, I think, with just weight and numbers. That's a healthy wound roll. Look at that.
10.
There's another couple in there.
12.
I didn't expect 12 wounds. That's awesome. So we've got a 4 up armor and 6 wounds. So statistically he should die. Because I should save half and fail 6. So we failed 1, 2, 3. Oh, Dean. Apologies, James. That's a good armor save roll. So he's half them anyway. He's down to 3 wounds. But look, that's all they could shoot at anyway on the hindsight. So
yeah, right. So this the 6.
So he's got 6 heavy bolter shots coming in. Yeah, I'm down to 3. So Kronos is hit with everything. He'll wound on 4s. He's on T5 with a Scout Sentinel. Oh, just 1. That's a horrific wound roll. -1 though. Nope. So he's lost 4 wounds. He's down to 2 wounds. And then it was all the las cannons hit this guy. Hitting on 3s because of the smoke, and you can reroll the 1s but not the 2s. So that's good. 4 hits. 3s to wound. Oh, finally, he's got to be God this time. Right, so I don't get the prepared positions this time, so I'm up to my 6+ armor. Well, I haven't made any there, so that's 4d6 damage. I think I've got 6 wounds left, and you haven't used the command point yet. So this could be the end of a tank commander. Yeah, that's the definite the end of him. Does he explode? That's what, 11 damage or something. He does explode.
Oh.
Do I use my command point? Am I bothered? Yeah, he's got Fire Raptor. Go on, I'll use my command point. No, he doesn't explode, but that is the end of the officer. Tank commander is dead. Sorry, James forgot to say the melter, but he was going at the Scout Sentinel anyway because he was out of range, so he's hit. He does wound, there's no save, so it's d6 damage. Yeah, he's got him as well. I don't think I'm within 6, I'll roll to see if he blows up. He does. I think it's a 3-inch blow up for these guys anyway. You know when you know the rules, it is 3 inches and it's just a mortal wound, so no one he was in range anyway.
What are these? What wounds are these?
These are on fresh because you haven't hit any of these yet.
What are they for?
So they're 12 wounds, T8 with a 3. Basically got his Derriday on Fire Raptor left. This squad here can get a cheeky grenade launcher shot in and maybe some bolt rounds. They didn't move, so they can fire twice basically as well.
2 bolter shots.
Right, so James got 2 guys I can see. Yeah, so they both hit because he stood still, so he gets to shoot twice. He's got 1 wound at -1, and then you were shooting a crack grenade. Yeah. The other guy, he's hit and he'll wound on 5. So he does wound with a crack grenade as well. So we'll do the crack grenade first. So we're looking for a 4 up. He's saved, and we're looking for a 4 up on the bolter. We're saved. We're saved. But that could have been a cheeky D3, 4 wounds coming in there, maybe. So down to the Derriday and the Raptor.
Let's just start off with
this guy, yeah. So all guns, yeah.
Yeah, all cannon heavy bolters.
Okie dokie.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So he didn't move this time. So you hit on 2s. And you're within 6 of the chapter master. So they all hit because this is the guy who hasn't got smoke on him as well. And you're looking for 4s to wound because it's strength 8. So you got 3.
3 wounds.
You made, I think it's -1 you said, didn't it? But it's 2 damage. No, it's -2 damage. So 2 go through, so that's 4 wounds on him. He's down to 8. And you got some heavy bolters. Oh, sorry, aye. Yeah. Just ignore me, I'm looking at the wrong tank.
All hit.
And you're looking for 5s on these. James.
Changing,
5.
changing. This turn's changing.
So we've got 5 4-ups to make off the heavy bolters. He's dropped in 4 wounds, so he's down to 4. This is times are changing.
This is the dilemma though. What do I do now with these lads?
There's a Raptor.
Throw everything in.
Fire Raptor. What's he going to do against the tanks? Well, let him have a think.
2 lads.
Right, so we're going twin lads from the wing and the bolt cannon here.
Yeah.
And was it?
The 10 from the Avenger bolt cannon here, and then all 24 shots from
And
the
then
heavy.
all the heavy bolters and the twin lads in here, which will be -1. Right, this guy hits on 5s normally. So we'll do it off camera because this guy's not a -1 hit. Well, you can roll here, but basically you'll re-roll 1s, 2s, 3s and 4s. So you can re-roll. So we've got no las cannon hits on this guy. On this guy it's a bit different because he's got the smoke. So you got 1 hit and you can't re-roll the 3 because it would have been a... No, you can re-roll the 3 because his ballistic skill's 5. No. Sorry, yeah. So you got 1 las cannon here.
Let's see what damage.
Wound on a 3. So it is a wound. We're looking for a 6 up. Oh, he saved. Dean, well done. So anyway, we've got 10 super duper heavy shots here and a load of heavy bullets. So roll them off camera and come back with the armor saves.
7, 8.
So this is... James has just rolled like 8 5s and 6s to hit this guy. We weren't going to really film it, but he just rolled like ridiculous. So if you wound on 5s, that's another good wound though, really. 3, and these were minus something from the Avengers, 2 damage each. If it's -2, then they've all gone through. But anyway, they're at least 2 damage and 2 have gone through, so he's gone. That's 2 damage, I know for a fact that's 2 damage. Yeah, so 2 have gone and he doesn't blow up. Well, it doesn't matter because I roll a 1 and a 2. So it's failed. So this guy's gone and he doesn't blow up, which means James is putting all the quad heavy bolters, which he said beforehand, into this guy. So that's some work this turn. You've eliminated 2 Russes. But we're just saying, just off camera, that the reroll ability, because your ballistic skill dipped, is actually, that rerolls come in really strong for him this turn. So roll these off camera because there's millions of dice. He's basically hitting on 6s because I'm smoked, and he can reroll 1, 2s, 3s and 4s. James got a decent hit roll actually. I think he got 8 or 9 hits, but only managed to wound once. So when we can make a 4 up, no. So he's dropped a wound, so this tank's on 11 wounds. But I think that's... Oh no, James got a couple of little bits of shooting over there, so we'll head over there. So James is going to combine fire down here. So basically it's this squad and this squad. They've all moved to get within 3 of the objective anyway. So he's going to do all his shots into here, and there's 2 crack grenades from each squad. They're definitely all in range.
So I've got 1, 2...
And then like I said, these had to advance to get the objective. This guy cannot see, so it's a lot of shots. Yeah, so we start with the grenade. So hitting on 3s, both hit. Wound on 5s. Nope. And then he's going to have 8 bolt rounds just out of rapid fire. It's pretty good. Looking for 5s. It's nice. 2 wounds. So we're looking for 2 4-ups. He's made 1, drop 1. So this guy's on 11 wounds as well. He's starting to drop. It's, you know, it's all just little bits here and there, isn't it? So James is definitely going to score some points this turn. Let's take a look at these cards. So yeah, as I thought, James could score big this turn. So he's going to have no prisoners. He killed a sentinel and 2 tanks, which is 3 units. So you get D3 points for no prisoners. 2. You'll also get D3 for unwhelmed firepower because they all died in the shooting phase. So 1. And then you'll get D3 for supremacy. Oh, just 1. So a potential of 9 points and you scored 4. So we'll leave that there, leave that there, leave that there, and you're running on 4, so we'll leave that there. Could have been worse, but that was a pretty good shooting phase, all considering. So we'll go into guard, turn 2. Right, so still got overkill. We've got Hammer the Emperor, so kill a unit that was controlling an objective, and Kingslayer, we all know what that is, that's not likely to happen this turn. But anyway, let's go into the guard turn and see what we can do. So this tank, I think I just stayed still. Yeah, I did just stay still. I'm just out of 3 inches of this because I'm basically going to shoot these guys. I move this sentinel round so if he blows up, it can be a mortal wound on the Hellblasters as well because I need to kill. I think they're the best choice for killing a unit holding an objective. A little bit of movement around here. This tank just pivoted them around because they can actually draw a line of sight out of these guys. This guy moved up just so he's within possible smite range of that unit as well. This little psycho moved out the way because the super heavy zoomed, well, didn't zoom round, just moved a little bit around. And again, I can still draw a line of sight here for some heavy bolter action if need be. We're down onto the aggressors, and it can see through that little gap there. It's got a nice line of sight to that Land Raider that's poking its nose out, and the flyer. And this tank's moved up just less than half its movement this way, because the Tallarn do have a... By doing that, I can see obviously the aggressors, I can see the guys down here, but there's also a strat that you can potentially play to then... Well, actually it's a tank order, so it's not going to work. Actually, yeah. Let's take him back. He was the last unit I moved. We're just going to sit there on 2, happily, because we can still see an aggressor. And we'll still see them within range with all the guns, so we'll just stay where we are. Right, and we'll go into the psychic phase hopefully this time. We can do some goodness. We'll start with the psychic barrier on the big tank. We'll give it a +1 to its armor save. goes off this turn. So we've got Psychic Barrier on this one. And then we'll attempt Night Shroud as well to make a -1 to hit. Keep them in the game. Oh, both go off this time. So from having nothing to both.
That's going to be no.
Yeah, so both off this turn. We're going to go into the shooting phase. Again, there's no orders. These guys can't really see anything and they're good where they are. The tank commander's dead down here, so he's not going to issue any orders. But we're going to start off, I think, with this Sentinel, who's going to take a shot at the Hellblasters with its missile launcher. So again, looking for a 4, missed. Right, and then we'll start. The only reason I did that is because if I shot that, they might have blasted that before it fired. So we're going to do the Russ. It's going to go all guns into the Hellblasters. So we're looking for 2d6 from the battle cannon because it didn't move massive. Oh,
Yes, come on.
I'm going to. I have to CP. Oh, 4. It knocks me down to 3.
Use command point, it's fluffed.
Well, it's done a little bit better, but not epic. Yeah.
Hits,
So we're looking for 4s anyway. Hopefully this will be better. 2 hits. We're looking for 2s. We've got 2 wounds. 2 at -2. 2 5-ups. Actually, you're behind the barricade, so 4-ups. Pass one through. Are you using a command point?
What, for one Hellblaster? No.
No. 2 damage. So that is a Hellblaster dead. On a 3-up, you could do something. No, you've not got any back with your banner yet. And then we'll do the heavy bolters. So again, we're looking for 4s because he doesn't suffer the penalties to move because he's Tallarn. And we're looking for 3s. We've got 3 wounds. So we've got 3 at -1. So 3 3-ups because they're still behind the cover. Yep, so they're all good. So it doesn't look like I'm going to get the Emperor's Wrath one. Interesting. Right, we'll go down here then because this all this guy can see. He's going to pop his 2 heavy bolters over into these guys. Get rid of 3 of these dice. So we're looking for 4s. That's pretty good. Looking for 3s to wound. Yeah, he's got 3 wounds on that Chimera, so 3 wounds on the squad who aren't in cover, so 3 4-ups on these guys. Oh, and they're all good. Interesting. Very interesting. Right, this guy is going to put his heavy bolters into the same squad, just because it's all he could see. His magma cannon. Oh. 2 las cannons at your flyer, and I'm going to split fire. I shouldn't, but I'm going to split fire into the magma cannon at the Land Raider. It's just too dangerous now. Just too dangerous. So we'll do the main event first. So the magma cannon. Did you not make command point up 4? No, right. I'm down to 3. I'll do that now before we forget. So no cheating. Magma cannon. 9 shots. Ooh. 9 shots hitting on 4s. There, it's good. We're wounding on 3s. Oh, just 2. I'm using my CP. It's no save because it's -5. It's 2d6. That's why I was hoping for a good roll.
So I don't get the info and save.
4. Oh, sorry, yeah, you're within thingy. Yeah, 2. I'll keep that wound roll, the damage roll because it was rubbish. So you get 2 5-ups. Oh. He's made 1. Right, 1, 2, 3. It was the 1. 4, 5, 6. It was the 3. Yeah, it was the 1. 1 damage then. There's 1 damage on the Land Raider. We'll do the 2 las cannons. Now this guy is in hover, so there's no minuses to hit him. We're looking for 4s. 2 misses. And then we'll get our heavy bolters. And we'll throw them over there because there's a lot of heavy bolters. So this guy, I should have took the heavy bolters at the flyer, but 6 4-ups to make on these guys.
Oh, nearest one.
Yeah,
sorry.
so a bit of a whiff. But James, I think that's a squad. That's 2.5 guys dead.
5, yeah.
Nasty. So, well, he did good there, but we put 1 wound on the Land Raider, which to be fair, we're not even going to mark on because Kronos heals a wound anyway at the end of his turn. And we're whiffed. We're whiffed there. We're whiffed hard, but we do have this guy left. So this guy is going to put... I'm going to just put everything into that flyer. I'm going to try and knock the flyer out of the sky. So
it's got 2 wounds.
It's got. Well, I'm thinking of how bad he whiffed. I need a good couple of hits. So it's 9 heavy bolter shots in the battle cannon. So 2d6 from the battle cannon. So you've only got 4 shots. I've been rolling pretty bad. We've got 2 hits though, because you're not flying. Looking for 3s. Just the 1 wound at -2, but he's on a 5-up invuln either way. So. Are you command pointing it? Because it's D3 damage. Yeah, he's going to command point this one. Yeah. So he's made it. So James is down to 2 command points. We'll see how many hits we get with heavy bolters. So James just got his command point as well. So I've got this hits with a heavy bolter. These are the wound rolls. We've got 2 wounds at -1. 2 4-ups. Can James make these? Please don't.
Oh, shit and wank.
Right now, does he blow up? So now I want your 6. Now would be nice.
Oh, dear, you twat.
Right, where do you want to start? Start with your intercessors.
Yeah.
I knew, you know what it is? As soon as you picked up 2 dice, I've got the 2 wounds, I was like, he's going to fail these and he's going to blow up.
Wildlife.
Wait, just D3. D3 mortal wounds to units within 6. So D3 on these guys. 2, so the wounded guy's dead and another one takes a wound.
Yeah, I'm just making them over.
I just had a feeling it was going to happen. Like, I had a really bad shooting phase, but that just tickled over heavy bolters. D3 on the Derrideo for 2. D3 on Kronos.
I'll land it, yeah.
3. So we know he's healed them, so he's lost 3 anyway, I'll tell you what.
So he's down there.
And D3 on your Chapter Master. So 2. So wounded all round. But you'd be happy to know that's the end of the shooting phase.
Yeah, but I wanted one more turn out of him.
And I don't think I'm going to risk a charge with the Sentinel, because it's got 1 attack, I think. So it can't even kill the Hellblasters that's around there. So what do I score? James is sitting on 4 points. I'm sitting on 1 point. Well, weirdly, this didn't get overkill. I'm assuming that would have done for the D3 points. But my vehicle did kill a unit, so I'll get a point for that one. Didn't destroy a unit that was holding an objective, and I haven't got Kingslayer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ditch Kingslayer, just because I think it's going to be too hard to get him, because I don't really have a lot of mobility. So we're looking, James is winning 4-2, as we're going to his turn 3. So just when the flyer would have been happy for behind enemy lines. Mission critical, James got a 4, which he's actually sitting on. Hold the line, probably suits him down to the ground this turn, because I don't imagine he'll move much out. Like I said, behind the lines. But he is winning 4-2, as we'll go into turn 3. Yeah. So movement done, quite a quick phase. The aggressors have moved up a little bit really to get in range. I think that was literally it. These have all stayed still. Obviously Kronos had already healed his wound, so he's lost 3. Obviously they're going to score James, hold the line. There's another squad here. Anyway, I think everybody literally just stayed still. He's just not going to bother with trying to get into my deployment zone. Like you said, I've still got a lot of guys in that tank. And I think this turn he's just going to eliminate the units he can and force me to come back into his line of sight. So, straight into the shooting phase, I think.
Yeah, so 4 las cannons in, that's all these.
So Kronos going all guns into this guy.
Yeah, 4 las cannons.
And then you've got your twin heavy bolter as well. So they've all hit. Yeah, got no smoke or nothing to protect us this time. Oh, just 1 wound. You do have a CP you can use, because you haven't used one this phase.
I'm going to use one.
Oh, just 1 wound. Do you get the CP back? Because you haven't got one back turn 3. You do, so you're still on 3 CP. Just 1, wasn't it? So a 6. Nope. It's a D6 damage.
6.
There you go. Makes up for it. So that's,
it redeemed itself.
Yeah, knocks him down to 5. I'll find it eventually. And then the heavy bolters.
24. All hit.
So they all hit with the heavy bolters. He is just out of multi-melter range. Nice. 3 wounds.
Yeah.
3 wounds, because, yeah.
3, yeah.
Good. I could knock him right down here. 3 4-ups. He does. He's down to 2 wounds. Some cheeky shots from these guys. You've got your grenade.
I've still got all them guys.
You got your grenade guy. This guy should go down, I think.
I don't think they do it.
So this guy's going to go. He's hit with his crack grenade. He doesn't wound. Basically, he's going to go down here because the Derrideo cannot see anything down there. So he's going to go into this guy. See, so these auto cannons, he didn't move, so he can re-roll the misses. The hits on 2s. Yeah.
Because he hasn't yet.
So they all hit. That's fine. That's fine. They all hit. Wounds on 4s. That's better.
1, 2,
That's
3,
better.
4, 5, 6.
And -2, wasn't it? It looks like that. He's gone. Even if it's -1, there's 3 in the damage. Does he blow? It doesn't matter. There's no one within 6. So that's him there, which means I'm guessing the aggressors are going to pump their shots into the big tank. Right, so because they moved, they're going to get, obviously just shoot once. It's 18 plus 3d6. Ooh, 13. 31 shots We'll do the rolling off camera. You'll be hitting on 3s, wounding on 6s. Actually, you'll be hitting on 4s, wounding on 6s because of Night Shroud, which I forgot about. Yeah, their bolt rounds pinging off this big steel behemoth there. Managed to wound a couple of times, but made both its armour saves. So he's moving into his sort of last remnants of the units down here now.
How many wounds has he got?
6 T5, 4 up armour. So against your normal rifles, I'll be saving on a 5. And obviously I think that this guy here will be within either a cheeky grenade throw or a bolt rifle shot.
Yeah, we'll hellblast this guy first.
You're going to overcharge? You might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not forcing you to, but if you die you get to shoot again anyway, so...
I know. Yeah, hitting on...
So hitting on 3s. So he's dead. Does he get to do anything? You might as well roll for that now.
Can I command point him?
I think, did you command point... You command pointed one of the las cannons or something?
Oh, I did,
yeah.
Sorry, in the shooting, yeah.
Yeah, so on a 3 up you'll get to do something. Your banner hasn't worked yet.
No,
it's still proven ineffective.
Still useless.
So the next Hellblaster...
Oh, is it 2?
2, yeah, I'm definitely in rapid fire. So he's got 2 hits, that's better. So you wound on a 4. Twice.
No.
Just 1 wound. Goes straight through the armour.
Yeah.
2 damage, so he's down to 9. You don't have to take that Hellblast off if you don't want, but one of them's dead. So just to think about what you're going to do with the next rounds, really. So grenade from the guy, yeah, wounds on a 3. Doesn't wound. And then James is going to have to think about what he wants to do.
2 more grenades, haven't we?
Potentially. I think now, because you'll be out of range. Oh, no, you've got your grenade
30,
launchers.
Yeah, 30 inches. Yeah, which actually, yeah, that would do that. Actually charge. Oh, no,
You didn't advance, you stayed still this turn. James is saying because he
yeah,
reckons
I'll
basically
do
these
that.
units
I'll do that
could probably
charge
get in and
and-
punch
yeah,
us to death
yeah,
anyway.
I'll do that.
So all guns from these guys are going to try and whittle down the tank.
So the 2 grenade launchers.
2 in it, yeah, just roll the squads together. Got 1 hit, wounds on a 5. It does wound at a -1. I've left my dice. Oh yeah. So we're looking for a 4 up. Oh, he's good. And then James is going to get his bolt rifles.
Right.
So James is going to just roll these all together. So we've got basically these will get 2 shots each because they stayed still, and so will these. They're basically in rapid fire anyway. But yeah, and you're looking for 5s to wound. Tickle some wounds off.
1, 2, 3 wounds.
3. So we've got 3 at -1, so 3 4 ups. It does tickle a couple of wounds. Yeah, he's down to 7. I'll move that dice from under. So that's nearly got him down to his half bracket. So it's basically the charge phase. James has managed to clear out my units from down there. Is he going to go in with some units against this Sentinel to try and punch it to death? Because it can't fall back and shoot either.
Overwatch, what's it got? Overwatch?
Just got a missile launcher. So it could kill a Hellblaster, I suppose.
But you've got to shoot at the first thing I charge at, haven't you?
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what, I've got a possible 9 inch with them. I'm going in.
So the intercessors are going in? Yeah?
Yeah.
Nah, missed.
So
you got, what do you say, 9 inches?
Yeah. Weigh 9 to them, so it's...
Yeah. Plus you got a power fist on the Sarge.
4, 5, 6...
Are you command pointing it? You've got your one back this turn, so you're still on 3.
9 inches.
I'll let James have a think. So he is going to command point it. He's anticipating me. Don't make it.
The other 2 are going in anyway.
So Hellblaster first, because then if he dies, he'll get to make use of the banner. Yeah.
But you've already used Overwatch.
No, because you failed. So we'll go.
Oh, sorry. Oh, no, wait. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Hellblaster. So we missed.
You failed anyway.
It's 2 days for your
Oh,
charge.
sorry. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
He's definitely failed with a 2. Yeah, because you got to get within an inch. Is your banner going in or not? It's a bit nuts if he guns in now.
Yeah, that's crazy. Never mind.
No.
That was...
So James's men aren't used to charging, so that just goes to show they're a bit rusty. They never run forward. So I think you rolled like, that was terrible. That was really bad. But you've had a decent-ish shooting phase. You've cleared off a couple of Lehman Russ and got this one down to almost his half wound bracket. I think that's pretty effective. You're going to score, hold the line.
Oh, yeah.
And mission critical 4, so James is going to be on 6 points altogether. So James is on 6 points. He's decided to ditch behind enemy lines because he doesn't think he's going to get. It makes sense for your list. I don't think you're going to have you haven't got the speed to push forward easily. The Land Raider could have maybe scored it later on, maybe, but we'll see. Hopefully he'll not be alive next turn. So we're going to guard turn 3. So James is winning 6-2, and I'm going to draw. I've got behind enemy lines. Hammer of the Emperor.
But you've
and Scour the Skies, which I'll have to keep because you did have a flyer, but you don't anymore. So again, not very good cards for the god. We'll have to see what we can do. So again, these guys have stayed still. This tank's moved a little bit, but not more than half its move. The Scout Sentinel will actually score me behind enemy lines because it's pushed over just into James's deployment zone. So forgot about him. Quite nippy with a 9-inch move. The Chimera's moved up here. The guys are still inside. Obviously you can see through there to put some more heavy bolter rounds into those intercessors and try and help out on this side. The company commander has got out here with these guys to form a screen against these aggressors who do have power fists and not to be sniffed at. And the Psykers have moved round. He moved forward ever so slightly just to put his heavy bolters in range of the Land Raider down there. And that was it really, isn't it? So I've kept, obviously the Commissar's still inside. There's no real call for him to get out, which is a shame. I sort of wanted him to come out and start chopping people up, but couldn't really do it yet. But anyway, we're going to go into the Psychic phase. So we're going to start, will give us a -1 to hit. See if we can get that one off. It does go off on an 11, that's nice.
What's that on?
On the big tank. And we'll give us a, so that's Night Shroud. And do we do Psychic Barrier? He's got to take this tank out, doesn't he? So we'll do Psychic Barrier. I'll go for the double. Yep, Psychic Barrier. So again, +1 armor, -1 to hit as we go into the shooting phase. So the orders down here are going to be first rank, second rank fire, I think, on both units. So we're going to start with this thing. We'll do it to las gunnery as well, I suppose, into those guys. But we'll do the heavy bolters first, hitting on 4s. It's 2 hits, wound on 3s. We've got 2 wounds at -1 on that intercessor squad, see if we can thin them out. Failed 1. So that, oh, it failed 2 because it's -1.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah, so there's a guy dead and a wounded guy. We'll do the las guns. There's all units inside. 3 hits. No wounds with the las guns. So moving swiftly on, we're going to do, this guy is going to do all these heavy bolters into the Hellblaster, and he's going to do his battle cannon into those 3 dudes there. So I need to kill him. No, he's a weighted dice. So 4s is the heavy bolters. And we're looking for 3s. Ooh, 3. He's got 3 4-ups to make. For the Hellblaster. This is the heavy bolter there, and then the battle cannon into them. He's made them all. I knew I should have shot him. So the battle cannon, 11 shots. You know what's weird? You know why I didn't shoot with the battle cannon? I was like, I bet I'm going to get loads of hits and it'll be overkill.
Yeah.
But
you say I'm too cautious. I always go.
I should have. Head-wise, should have done it. So hits on 4, see that was a rubbish hit roll. I'm still in enough to hit on 4s. Wounds on 2s. So we've got 3 at -2, so 3 5-ups on that intercessor squad. So fail 2, so the first guy will die because it's D3 damage, and then D3 on the next one. Yeah, so 2 are gone. Right, I'm going to shoot the Hellblast. Oh no, he's got a power fist, hasn't he? I'll shoot him with a Scout Sentinel.
Yeah.
The dude with a power fist. Missed. So that's all down this side done. Again, I think you'll be immune to morale because your leadership 9. So it's still keeping 3 little units there. And we'll come down here. You know what, I'm going to do all these off camera because it's first rank, second rank fire. So in rapid fire range, you've got 4 shots each, and there's like 20 guys there, plus loads of las pistols. Well, you maybe, because I'll wound you on fire.
I'll let you roll it.
Right, so that's all the shooting done from here with las pistols and everything, las guns, first rank, second rank fire. James has got that many saves to make?
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Are you sure you got that many? It didn't feel like I got that many wounds.
You kept saying 6, 5s, 4s.
3s, 2s. Well, I did roll pretty well, but yeah, so they're all in 3-ups.
Saved. I'm fine.
Yeah. So enough to kill about 5 or 6 of them there, just sheer weight of numbers. Which leaves us with this big fella. So he's going to do he's going to do he's going to do everything into that Land Raider. We'll keep it simple. They can all see through their thing. I think this is now going to be into a fight between these 2 bad lads. Whoever blinks first, isn't it? Because if you can crack this, then I've literally got little bits of chaff, but you've hardly got any units.
26 wounds or something.
He's got big wounds. But you need, that's why I was a bit afraid. If you'd have moved up, then the multi-melter's in range. You've got 4 las cannons and a multi-melter. That's why I needed to defend them. But anyway, we're going to do all the shots. We'll do the big guns. And we're looking for 4s with the las cannons. So we've got a las cannon hit. We'll wound on a 3. It does wound, so you got your 5 up armor or 5 up invuln because of the Derrideo.
No.
You command point in that. Yeah.
Oh,
Doesn't go off.
every time.
So D6 from the last cannon.
I'll just see if that.
Oh, it's a 6.
Oh, it comes back anyway.
It's a 6. Well, you got yours back this turn. You're going to get one back per battle round.
Yeah.
Right, so that's good. So he's down to 7 wounds on the land reader. 2d6 shots with the cannon. Oh, you know what? I've got to CP that one. That's better. 6. That's the thing with the guard. If they don't shoot well, you know, the guns are really good, but hitting on 4s, I need a good roll here. That's good. 4 hits. I'll take that. 3's to wound. 2 wounds again. See, I'm not really rolling fantastic with them, but there's no save. It's -5, but you will get your invuln, because this guy's granting you the invuln. Oh, 2d6 damage. 9, he's got him. Does he blow when you've used your command point? He doesn't. Whew. But that is Kronos. Does Kronos come out the tank now? I can never remember. Yeah. So the roll for Kronos, yeah, he's alive, because on a 1 he would be slain. So Kronos comes out. He can go and heal the Derrideo at the end of his turn if he wants to, or something like that. And that's basically the end of my shooting, because all the guns went into it, so there was all the heavy bolters and stuff. To be fair, that tank should have eliminated that tank in a round of fire. It's got, what, 2, 4, 6 heavy bolters as well, stuff on it. So at the end of that turn, I'm going to score 1 for behind enemy lines with a sentinel. Hammer of the Emperor, it just kills something on an objective I still don't do, but I'm Scour the Skies. Well, your flyer died ages ago, so I'm going to ditch Scour the Skies. So James is still winning 6 points to 3 as we go into turn 4. So orders from High Command are to take out the characters now. So priority orders for the Warlord there is kill a Witch, kill a Psyker. He's also got Big Game Hunter, which should be doable. You know, I've got a tank whittled down on wounds there. And assassinate, kill a character. So killing the characters are pretty important. Let's not forget James is still 3 points in the lead. So we'll see what he wants to do in his turn 4. Little shuffle around here. Kronos and these guys are just staying hidden behind here. Hoping for objective 4, something to come up. The Derrideo, stroke Leviathan, has stepped out to get line of sight down here at both the squads and the super heavy. These guys have just fanned out a little bit. It's moved up. So they've got, obviously the Scout Sentinel there's an easy target. Maybe get some shots onto this to kill this for the Big Game Hunter. So we'll let James, actually can you Derrideo see the tank? Ooh, nah. Are you trying to get line of sight on this or the big thing?
No.
Alright, okay, so I was going to say if you moved...
Actually, I'm not sure what I'm doing.
If you move more sideways, you maybe get a line on that Lehman Russ, but we'll let James have a decide anyway before he moves into shooting
I'm
phase.
just going to leave that leaving. I'm just going to do nothing to him anymore.
James is starting with a Hellblaster over here. Overcharging. Double hit this time. 4s to wound. Nice, nice. So there you go, that's 4 wounds through, he's down to 3. That's when Hellblasters do come off.
2 grenades.
Yeah, from the Sergeant with a grenade and this Sergeant with a grenade.
This one for, I'll just do this guy.
You could technically kill it, so do one at a time.
Yeah. 2 grenades.
I think his grenade will be out of range. 6 inches for a thrown in. So crack grenade from the Sergeant on his own has hit. He's looking for a 5 to wound. I think you'll get this. He does get it, so we're looking for a 4 up. Right, and I'll fail this as well. No, he does fail it. D3 damage. Just the 1. 2 wounds left.
Shots first.
2 bolter rifle shots from this guy in rapid fire.
You never know.
Yeah, he could definitely do it. 3s. He's got 1 hit. 5s to wound. Nope. This is the back squad.
I'm going to have to go all in.
I think so. He's worth a victory point if you get him.
Grenade. No.
No, and they did move. Some might be in rapid fire. So they're not. None in rapid fire. So 3 bolt rounds can be done. Hits on 3s. No. Oh, no. Wounds on 5. No. That would have been even worse if it left it on a wound, wouldn't it? Just a teaser. Right, so I think it's just your Derrideo left to go for shooting. We don't want to forget about that guy.
I'm just going to go and just trying to chip ones out. He's got 3 or 4 turns. Even if I chip with him with that, I'm just going to go into your front squad.
With all the guns just into the front squad?
Yeah.
You sure? We got 2 autocannons and 2 heavy bolters. I think it's a bit of overkill.
Right, it is.
So James is going to put all the autocannons into the front squad. There we go. So he'll hit on 3s because he moved, but he can reroll the 1s. there's a chapter master right next to him, and these will wound on 2s.
4.
4. And it's a -2, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's 4 dead. Yep, get rid of them. And then the heavy bolters into the back squad. Can we roll those 1s? Yeah, all hit. Looking for 3s. Oh, James, 2s. Maybe you should have went into 1 squad. Me bad. 6s for these guys. No, so 2 from that squad and 4 from the other. But we'll keep that there for morale, because morale could be a thing. No, they might still lose a guy. Now, James, I think it's debating, is it the charge phase? I think you've done all your shooty, haven't you?
Yeah.
So who's going in what? Are you going in with these guys first to eat the Overwatch so the Power Fist can definitely get in?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's looking at a 5-inch charge. Can I hit with a missile launcher?
Oh, yeah.
I do. Can I wound with a missile launcher?
No.
I do. Can you make a 5-up? You can't, so the wounded guy's dead, which isn't going to make much difference really. You got a 5-inch charge. Oh, they're definitely in. Look at that, you go from rolling snake eyes to double 6. So I'm guessing this guy's going in as well. He cannot really fail.
Yeah.
Is your banner guy going in or not? Because I do cause a mortal wound if he explodes to all units within 3.
Is it?
It's just single mortal. Everyone's going in?
Yeah. Oh.
Well, someone's failed.
Oh, wait, 2. 1 is within an inch, isn't it? Anyway, so he's
just in. That was a Hellblast, I'd feel.
Do I take a chance on that tank?
Well, your Hellblaster Sergeant's got 3 attacks. He'd be hitting it on 3s and wounding on 6s. He's got no chance. But if you do get into combat, I can't fall back and shoot.
Yeah. That's the thing, it's tying him up, isn't it?
I'll let James have a think. Yeah, he's going to go for it. So roll to see if he gets in before I do any Overwatch.
Is that
No, he just goes straight over it. So it's 6 inches. He's a 6-inch charge.
Yeah.
He's in. Right, I'm going to roll some Overwatch dice and see if we can get some hits. So D6 shots from the cannon. 5. That's one of your dice, I think. You can have it back, thanks.
I'll pick up one of yours.
I don't know.
It's not bad at the end.
So we've got 1 hit with a battle cannon.
That's got no skull on it.
We've got a wound with a battle cannon, and then we'll do some heavy bolters. So he's got a 5-up save from the battle cannon, and I've got a hit with a heavy bolter, and a wound with a heavy bolter. So 5-up, he's saved, so he cannot die, he's definitely in, and you've got a 4-up from the heavy bolter.
When does that occur? The shooting occur there, or when he's still
Where you are, from where you are.
So he's from here now, or
No, from where you are there.
So I'm still banner
Yeah.
guy. Is what I'm.
So you can't die because the heavy bolter only knocks you down with a wound.
Yeah.
So he's in, he's done his job, he's tied it up with a wound, unless the tank can kill him in combat, which is highly unlikely.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't think I'm going to pay any points to interrupt. So I'll let you go first. You're going to smack this thing to bits.
So yeah, 2 guys with power fist, 3 attacks each, isn't it? 1, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6. What do you want me to roll them all separate?
No, just go for it. 'Cause I'm definitely not going to interrupt. So you need 4s to hit basically. Yeah, 3s to wound. 3 wounds. 3 at -2 would be, I think, power fist -3 actually. So there's no save. 3d3 damage. So 3,
10.
5, because it's d3. So he's alive on a wound.
Oh, sorry.
So he's got 1 wound left. But then you've got 2, 4.
6.
I think this guy gets more. You've got 4 normal attacks plus the banner guy. So you may as well roll just. I think he gets 3 or 4, isn't he?
Oh,
Primaris Ancient will get 4 attacks, so I'm just going to roll them all together for speed. Yeah. So they'll hit on 3s. That is an absolute terrible roll.
Oh, yeah.
Wound on 5s. You only need to cause 1. There you go. We've got a 4-up.
No. Yo. Oh, he's going to command point at you, twat. Go on. It's stupid not to, aren't you?
Well, I don't know. Because
how many command points you got there?
I've got 2.
Oh.
But I'm thinking of what, if he stays alive, what difference it makes. So potentially he scored his line, he could maybe get his line. I'm just going to take it. So it's basically a mortal wound on each of the. So he's wounded, and the wounded, because there's 3 different units there, isn't it? So on a 6, sorry. On a 6. Yeah. No, so he doesn't blow up. This guy with the last attacks moved forward and killed it. So you've got your Hellblaster Sergeant with 3 attacks. Can he finish off a Lehman Russ with his fists? He's got 2 hits. He needs 6s. There's a 1. There's 1. Almost a heroic. Look, he's done his job and he's stopped the shooting. It's saved. I don't even know how many attacks I get back with 2. I think it's 1. Missed. So that is the end of the combat. James is going to score. He doesn't get Big Game Hunter. He doesn't get Assassinate. And he doesn't get Priority Orders from the Warlord. I'm guessing you're probably going to ditch the Warlord one because he's so far away from any of the Psychers. Yeah. So James is still on 6 points to my 3. So moving to my turn 4. And draw cards. Brutal game, this one. Oh, here comes some secure cards. So now...
Can I add my first blood to that just to whip some soul?
No one got first blood? No one did. We didn't. None of us killed the unit in the first turn. Yeah. So I've drew secure 6 and 4 and kill an enemy unit still that's on an objective. So where's 6 and where's 4? Well, there's 6, which I could potentially get if the tank falls back, which I might do. Where's 4? Well, that's 1.
I'm sitting on 4.
Oh, you're sitting on 4. So basically they want me to push right up into your grill. Okay, we'll see how this goes then. Oh, wait there, I need some morale checks down here. So they lost 4, leadership 7. They're good, and these lost 2, leadership 7. They're good. So both these units are good.
So why don't you just load them back into the Stormlord and race it forward?
That's exactly what I might do.
Yeah.
So this tank has moved. These units have advanced to all these ones. There's an option we can maybe get to 4, because we could move. This guy's just stayed on 3. He's within range to try and buff this tank still. This guy's trying to get here, so he has got a little bit of line of sight down here and the Derrideo. These guys again have stayed still. Not really anything I can do. Well, actually there is, because 3 of them are within 24 inches of this guy, who if this guy dies is the closest target. But as you can see, this guy got out and advanced from the Chimera and got a 5, so he's right next to this, which fell back, staying within 3 of that. Can't shoot this turn, but I can maybe heal it up for a couple of wounds. Chimera's popped forward, maybe he's put some shots into this guy to help get rid of him, who's just out of range of the banner. And the Warlord and guy have got out as well to maybe start coming in and just doing some stuff. And they're getting bored sitting in a tank, so they want to come and do some choppy. That's it. So we'll go into Psychic. We're going to attempt Night Shroud for the -1 to hit on this. Yep, goes off. And the second Psyker, I'm tempted to do a Smite. No, we'll try and keep the tank alive. We'll do the... No, we'll smite. We'll smite you. Oh, it doesn't even go off. Do I command point to smite? Yeah, let's go for it. So it does go off. D3 mortal wounds on the Derrideo, 2. So you took 2 mortal wounds on the Derrideo. I'm down to 1 command point. So we've done the psychic phase almost. So the shooting phase, we're going to do move on this front squad. So 4, so they get to move and advance again. Might put me in range of that objective. So move, put on the both squads. They got a 4 and get nicely within that objective 4 to secure that. And then we've got a 6 on this squad, so just decided to fan them out and head towards number 5 just to see if it comes up. So we'll go into the shooting. Obviously the Tallarn are kind of charging stuff now. I've done move. They've got to advance. Technically, I'll probably shoot, but I'm not going to anyway. I think it's just wrong because they can advance and still shoot their weapons, which is weird. But. So we'll do first rank, second rank fire, which will give us 6 las gun shots at you. Oh, sorry, wait there, no. We're doing it the wrong way around. We've got to make sure that this guy is dead first. So we'll heal the Lehman Russ for D3 for 2. So he goes up to 4 wounds. It's at the end of the movement phase. And then we'll put some shots down here. So I think he's got a massive grenade. The bodyguard, I'll double check. Yeah, so the bodyguard will throw a frag bomb. So D6 shots, 5.
Yeah.
And these are strength 4, a little bit better than a normal one, but he hits on 4s. We've got 2 hits on the Hellblaster, 1 on 4s. We've got 1 wound. Can the Hellblaster make 3 up armor? Yeah. He can. So we'll do the bolt. We'll do a las pistol from this guy. He's missed. And we'll do the bolt pistol from the Commissar. Hits. Doesn't wound because he would need a 4, so he's going to have to be done. This guy's going to put both heavy bolters into him. Just want him dead. We need him dead, so ooh, that's nice. That's 4 hits. 3's to wound. 3 wounds. 3 4-ups. Can you make 3 4-ups?
No problem.
Oh, James, you legend. Right, so these guys cannot see him now, so they cannot shoot. There's nothing else in range. That just makes going down there a lot quicker. As we go down here, nobody's in range of doing anything, I don't believe. So we've got this, the big tank. I'm going to put its magma cannon, 2 las cannons into that. And we're going to do the heavy bolters into the intercessor squad. Actually, just go everything into the Derrideo. It's easier. So we've got 2d6 shots from the magma cannon. 3. I've rolled pretty bad with that every time. Have I used a command point in the shooting phase? No. When did I just use one for something?
What was the last time you used it was for the Sentinel?
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
So we're going to... Right, so that's 8 shots. That's better. We are going to command point. That's me gone in command points. James will be happy to know. So there's no more guard shenanigans. So we've got 8 shots. Get some dice ready. That wasn't my... That would be a nice hit roll. Looking for 4s to hit the Derrideo. Looking for 3s to wound the Derrideo. Oh, he's got all 4 wounds this time. 4 5-up in-runs coming at you. Oh, he's made 3.
Oh, what damage is that?
It's D6. And you've got 2 command points left. Are you going to go for it?
Yeah.
I think if you get them all, yeah, it's really good.
Oh, no.
No. So do you get that one back? Because I don't think you've got one back this round. No, you don't. So James is down to 1 command point. D6 damage for 3. We've got the 2 las cannons. We've got 1 hit. We get another wound. So you got another 5 up from a las cannon. Makes it. And then we'll just do all the heavy bolters as 3 twin linked heavy bolters as well. Yeah, so we've got 2 wounds with the heavy bolters coming through on the Derrideo. So he's on to his 4-up saves. See if we can tickle another couple of wounds off him.
How many? 3?
Just 2. Just 2.
2.
No, he saved everything. It's your turn to save everything. I had it turn 1, so... Right.
Late in the day.
It's potentially very late in the day, yeah. But the Derrideo stays alive. There's a corner of woundedness down here. Importantly though, my squad are going to outnumber you down there to score this number 4, because it's, like you said, just a guy around here. I'm hoping I'll get 6.
Yeah,
so what I'm going to do...
Ballistic skill 3 now.
I'm going to charge him with a Bullgrin. So you get to do some Overwatch.
Off. Oh, the Hellblast. Who?
He's definitely in, and the Commissar's going to go in as well.
Charging the Hellblaster.
Yeah, I don't think you can do enough damage to kill the Ogren. I think he's got more than 4 wounds, so I'm banking on that anyway. So he's definitely made it in, so you get to Overwatch. Are you overcharging?
Yeah, I will. No.
Yes, he's dead.
Yeah,
He rolled a 1.
isn't it?
Yeah. Which luckily, I'm still within 3 of the objective, which means I will score it. I had a feeling you would either do that, or you'd like cause a couple of wounds on the Ogren, which I was happy with either. So the end of that turn, that's all the charges done. I don't know what happens if you die. Do I get the... Because I charged, I didn't make it within an inch.
Do I get a...
Yeah, sorry, so James has got his banner because he's within 6. So
3 up again.
So who are you shooting at? There's a tank on 4 wounds.
Yeah, I'll go your tank.
Yeah, I was going to say you could target the Ogren, but he can take the wounds, they're characters anyway.
Nah.
2 shots because he's in rapid fire.
Oh, sorry.
He's already dead twice.
I know that. What couldn't we know? Was that not the
Oh,
banner?
to see if he works with the banner. So yeah, the banner didn't work again. So I think the banner's
It didn't note.
nothing, which is unusual. Unusual.
Yeah, but when I've played the banner before, he's been really good with it.
Yeah, but you've just had the odd game now where he's literally done nothing, which is weird. So basically, I will secure 4 this turn because that infantry squad have gone and run and got me that. I will secure 6 because your Hellblaster kindly died. And I will get Hammer of the Emperor because your Hellblaster was holding objective 6.
Was he?
Well, he was on it, wasn't he?
Wait, no, because he had charged it.
Actually, no, we were contesting it, weren't we? Because it was a unit apiece. Because I had a Lehman Russ and you had the Hellblaster, so nobody was holding it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, well, no, I wasn't. Was I within 3 inches when I charged? I can't remember now. Yeah.
Yeah. No one was holding it. It was contested, and I don't think.
Oh, no, because then your turn. This is then your turn. You've got it now. Well, I thought it wasn't then your turn when you look at the points.
You do.
So I'm not on it now.
No, that's what I'm saying. For Hammer the Emperor, I have to kill a unit that was holding an objective, but you weren't. You were contesting it. If you was an intercessor, I would have got it, but. I think I'm going to ditch that call because basically to score that now, I'm going to have to kill a Derrideo or kill a tactical squad that I cannot really see. Yet. Actually, you know what? I'll keep a hold of it, but I'm out of command points and I'm winning. I think that's pushed me into the lead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might only be on 5. Yeah, I'm on 5, so you're 6. You're still in the lead as we move into turn 5, potentially the last turn, I think this. I've lost count now. Let's see what James draws. So James has just drew, James drew Kingslayer. This is his command points left. He's still got Assassinate and Big Game Hunter, and so basically he's going to get big points if he kills my Commissar, and there's points there for killing the tank. It's definitely doable because he's on the field now. So James has got a big push this turn to put himself as far ahead as he can and hope for the best. So James has moved these guys up slightly. There's 2 different squads here, there's a 3 and a 1. Obviously looking to just maybe try and whittle the 4 wounds off this. Doesn't fancy going in there against everything. And then down here on where the business end of the table, it's just a shuffle around really to clear off this screen. Because obviously we don't know what cards I'm going to get next turn, but I don't imagine there'll be many of those guardsmen left alive. And that's it, isn't it, for the movement? So straight into the shooty phase. Right. Do you know where you're starting?
Well, 2 grenades. I'm just going to throw everything.
The grenade launchers from both these squads?
Yeah, grenade launcher and... Yeah,
where the rest of the dudes shooting?
The 3, I'm just going to... throw
everything into the tank? Yeah, okie dokie. Got 1 hit, looking for a 5. Nope. We'll do the bolters after everyone off camera. What's this guy doing, a crack grenade or he's 2 bolt rifles?
That was a grenade.
Yeah, but you've got 2.
No, just 1. You've only got 1.
Yeah, but you had 2 squads. The grenade launchers, not the sergeant.
There. Oh, sorry, yeah, sorry.
So he's going to throw a crack grenade.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
He's hit. Looking for a 5. Nope, doesn't wound. Like I said, we'll do the bolters off camera. Right, so these bolters do cause 2 wounds. We weren't going to record that. So -1, so they've took 2 wounds off it, so it's down to 2.
Crazy.
Yeah, they're good. I massively rate their bolt rifles. I think 30-inch range and the -1 is just, that's what you need. That's what it should be. Yeah. So then we'll skip over this side. James has got lots of options here. So he's basically got Kronos, the Chapter Master, everyone's within 6 of the Chapter Master, and there's 3-man squad, so you can put some hurt on this turn.
Got to shoot everything to get it, yeah. 6,
yeah. So the front squad, the front 3 guys are going to use their bolt rifles. And you can reroll the misses. Yeah, and you'll wound on 3s. Whew, they all wound. This could be a dead squad here because it saves on 6s. How many dice have got in my hand? 5. Need another one. Yeah, so they're gone. It's 6 guys. It's exactly what you needed. Boop.
Three shots.
So the bolt storm gone. Let's go into the next squad. So he's hitting on 2s, re-rolling. Wound on 3s. Just the 1. I can't remember if the bolt storm's got a minus. I don't think it does. I'll roll anyway. Well, he's dead anyway. Minus or not, so we'll take the guy off.
From Kronos.
And Kronos is whatever gun he's got, doesn't wound. So it's just the Derrideo. So we're going everything into the big tank. So he hits on 2s, re-rolling because the Chapter Master's there. Actually, sorry, what was it? You are...
I know it's -1 now.
-1, yeah, because I had something off, a psychic power, I think, didn't I?
What was the -1 hit?
Yeah, I think
he's only on 3s.
He's hit with them all.
He's only on 3s now anyway.
Is he? Alright, so he's missed off 1. I can't remember if I got the power off or not.
There was
a 1, you can re-roll the 1, definitely, right. So he's got 4 hits. Strength 8, so forced to wound. 2 wounds, -2. 5 ups. Oh, save both. And this is the heavy bolters.
No, this is the autocannon.
This is the autocannon.
Yeah, the other one was heavy bolters.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, 6, yeah. Have you rolled this?
It doesn't matter, I rolled 6s, so it doesn't matter, whatever it was, it's it.
Hitting on 3s, wasn't it?
Yeah, 6 hits.
Get a re-roll those?
Yeah, because your ballistic skills changed to 3, so it's still 6 hits. Yeah. Forced to wound with a strength 8 autocannon. 3 wounds this time. 3 5 ups. No, so that's 6 damage. 2 damage each on there.
Yeah.
So we're down to 20 wounds, so James is going to do some charges in down here.
Yeah, I'll try with these guys.
Alright, so the intercessors are going in.
6.
I'll do some Overwatch off camera, he needs a 6. They're in. Is the captain going in? Because I don't think I'll kill you guys going in. Yeah, he needs an 8. He's in as well.
Yeah.
Any charges down the bottom end?
Let's try with Kronos, 10.
Kronos as well? Ooh, odd lines.
Go on then, so you've got...
Yeah, we'll do that off camera. Are you going in any charges down here?
Everything's coming in at the tank.
Who are you starting with? The 3-man squad or the...
No, I'll just start with the
Ancient?
The Ancient.
You know, he's in. Then the next one.
Well, it's
Yeah.
3 inches. I'm gonna. Oof.
Well, he's failed. And the next one, you actually -2 for Kratos as well. But he would have still made it because he got a 3 and a 2.
Is it?
Yeah. So he's failed anyway. 3 inches would have gotten these just out. So the next big squad of 3 guys.
What, you don't get to move the full 3 inches?
No, you don't move if you fail.
What do you mean?
Kratos charging through Kratos are -2.
Are they?
So that's his charge
so
distance.
he's only 1.
Yeah.
Right, sorry.
But he got a 3 and a 2, so
Next
he's
squad
fine.
then is
So you just add 2 to your
4.
distance, so you're looking for a 6.
he's
Yeah, so
right
they're
there.
in. So we'll do some
I can't
Overwatch down
remember
here.
how his squad was
If I
split.
kill him, I'll roll Overwatch against them, but I doubt it's going to happen. So we actually got some decent hits and wounds in Overwatch, but James made all his saves down here. And same again with the Ancient down here. Hit him with a battle cannon and a couple of bolter rounds, but he managed to make his armour saves. So again, I've got no command points. So that guard squad's pretty much dead. Where do you want to start?
Start with the 3.
So you're going to start with your power fist, dude?
Fist.
Yeah. He's looking for 4s. He's got 2 hits. He's looking for 4s. He's got 1 wound. Can I make a 5 up? 6 up? Sure, power fist -3. Oh, he doesn't, so it's D3 damage. Don't roll a 1 or a 2. It's down to 1. But you've got...
2, 1,
But you're going to pool his attacks as well.
7, yeah.
So you've got 8 attacks altogether from the rest of the guys. Looking for 3s followed by 6s. Oh, James. You've got 2 hits here.
Oh.
6s, you could do it, yeah.
1 point left. Another one.
You sure?
What's
It's an
what's
easy
it
last. You
wound?
need
What's
it. You
it
need a
wound?
6 to wound.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. 1 more dice, make that 50-50 chance.
Go for it. Yeah. That's an extra hit. Yeah. Do you get your command point back?
For that.
No. So we're all out. 6s to wound.
50-50.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry. I should have done a little words about that.
You'd be asleep. James is just teaching my kid how to swear. I'll tell him off for that later on. So pretty much it's guard squad. I'm happy to just remove them because if you start with a guy using the power sword, he's got like 5 attacks. He should kill 5 guys.
Yeah.
Hits on 2s, wounds on 3s or something like that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
So,
kills on 3s. Yeah, they're dead.
yeah, 1, 2, 3.
That's 3, and then your next squad's got like 4 normal guys to attack and re-roll and all misses.
Three.
We'll let you roll and see what happens, but I'm not going to
2,
fill them because
1,
they're
2.
dead. Right, so James has actually rolled horrifically. So I killed 4, but I am going to need a morale check. I've done my attacks back against the intercessors. Oh, one of them was on a wound, wasn't he? Because that's what I was trying to tickle off these last wound. So I've lost 4 guys in that squad. We'll do a morale check. 5 is 9. I'll lose 2 more. So we're going to keep the sergeant alive and get rid of those guys. And then the Lehman Russ has got an attack back, which we'll take against an intercessor who's missed. So that is the end of the turn. We'll see what James has scored. So James scored nothing. Are you discarding any? Potentially going to 6. I think Kingslayer might be a tall ask for you now. Even though he's down there.
Yeah, we're definitely getting rid of it.
Big Game Hunter should be. There's a wound left on a tank. Should be doable.
Yeah.
So assassinate for me. Hammer of the Emperor and defend 1. And we'll skip round. This is 1. So if the game goes on, they'll score me 2 points. Hammer of the Emperor. I don't think I'd have to kill the Derrideo. That's sitting on 4, isn't it? Holding 4. And what was my other one? Assassinate, kill a character. Well, there's the Banadu there if the tank falls back. So anyway, we'll do some movement and see what we can do. Okay, because points are tight. Now James got assassinate. This guy's moved into the tank after it moved. This guy's moved up, we're in a smitey range. This guy's moved across, he's in a smitey range. The sergeant, he's going to fall back actually onto objective 5 just in case it comes up. We'll free up both squads. These guys have stayed still, shuffling around here, so the Chimera's moved. These guys have moved around. He can't move very far. We're going to heal him for D3 wounds at the end of the turn though. For 1, so he's back up to 2. And then we'll move into the psychic phase. Now positioned it down here that James's Warlord, because I now have Assassinate, is the closest model. So he's on 4 wounds left, so we're going to attempt to smite, which goes off. D3 mortal wounds. It's 2, so he's on 1 wound, and the other psychic is going to attempt to smite, which doesn't go off. So James's Warlord is on 1 wound. Right, we'll start the shooting phase to add insult to injury. The guy that's in here, it is open topped. You can shoot 10 guys out. I'm going to las pistol, but I'm going to las pistol your warlord. Missed. So we'll do the 2 psychers at the same target because he's closest. Got 1 hit. We don't wound. So that's all the little guns done. Right. So this guy's going to shoot all its heavy bolters at your warlord, and it's going to shoot all the big guns at the Derrideo. So the 2 las cannons, 2 hits, 1 wound, so you've got a 5 up on the Derrideo. Oh, he's made it. 2d6 from the magma cannon, 7. So we're hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s, 3 this time, 3 5-ups on the Derrideo. Can his luck hold out? Not this time, we're out of command points, so 3d6 damage. Oh, I think he's got to be gone with 13. Does he blow? Oh, he does, which is going to be, I think it's D3 mortal wounds to Kronos and everyone else is out of range. So there you go, 3 wounds. I think he's on 4, isn't he? Double check. So yeah, Kronos is alive on a wound holding that back corner. So we've just got all the heavy bolters. We've got this many hits, toughness 5, so we're looking for 4s to wound against the warlord. On his last wound, we have 4. 4 wounds with a heavy bolter. Can he make 4 ups? Oh, yeah, he can. Interesting. I might have to charge him. I think so. I think I'm going to need the kill points. The way the game's going, I think, because obviously kill a character, I've got assassinate, but he's worth a warlord, he's worth an extra one as well, 2. And it's currently 6 to 5. And that's a defend card, so I'm not going to score that unless the game goes on. But anyway, we'll come down here. The Chimera is going to put all its guns into this guy. Yeah, so this Chimera, 6 shots, 6 heavy bolter shots, hitting on 4s. Oh, nice. 3s. Oh, Chimera, killer. For 5, he's not in the cover. 5 4-ups on your dude with the banner. Who does get he gets a 3 up armor, 4-ups. He's got 4 wounds. He's dropped 3. He's down to 1 wound. I think he gets 4. Yeah, they gets 4 or 5 wounds. It's something weird. So we're going to do crack. We're going to do the frag bomb, from the big dude. So you've got 3 hits on 4s. He's got 1, wounds on a 4. It is a wound, you need a 3 up. He's got you with a frag bomb. On a 3 up though, you'll get to do something with your banner. Oh, there you go, he's done nothing. His banner has been nice because he hadn't finished painting it.
Do you think that's what it is? That's all
I think so. In that case. And this guy, I can't remember, I've got crack grenades, so I'm just going to shoot a bow pistol at an intercessor. Hits and wounds. So you've got a 2 up save because you are in cover. Yeah, and then we'll do a las pistol from the other guy. Hits, doesn't wound, which was this guy down here. So that's all the shooting done there, which will get me assassinate because that is a character dead. Oh, but I know you've got assassinate, so I don't want to risk running in my warlord. I do. Part of us wants to rush in because that's what they do. Right. Charge phase then. We're going to take the tank in against your warlord. It's in. So you get the Overwatch. Obviously, I don't think he's going to have enough shooty power to take out a tank with 20 wounds left, but just 3 shots. Yeah. Yeah. So he can reroll though because he's a chapter master. So you got 1 hit, wounds on a 6. So we're in. Then down here, we're going to send the Ogren in against these guys. Yeah, he makes it in, and then we'll send the Commissar in as well. We'll go in, yeah. So they're both in. So you can Overwatch against the Ogren. We'll do that off camera. The Tech Priest's going to go in as well, just to try and eat up some of your stuff. He'll get a -2, so he won't get in. Got a hit. No wounds, so we're good. And the Chimera's also going to go in, just to give it a bit of extra movement up the board. I think that's it. So no one's got any command points. We'll just start down here and see if we can kill the warlord with the last bit. So we'll attack with the Lord Commissar with his Blade of Conquest.
Blah, 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 blah.
James is talking to my son in baby language. So we hit on 2s. We all hit. Now he's strength +2 with this, so we wound on 3s. It's a -4 and D3 damage. So 2 go through, D3 damage a time. First guy is dead, second guy, he's just killed 2 Primaris on his own. Nice. Are you shouting, Will? So the Bulgarin, because he charged, gets an extra attack. The bodyguard, 4 normal, so he hits on 3s. That's 4 hits. He'll wound on 3s with them all. He's got 3 wounds at -1. Obviously 2 of these guys are dead. Any failed save will be a dead guy because it's 2 damage flat. Yeah, so that's the squad. Yeah, so the Chimera, because it did charge, will get to do its consolidate move. This guy will as well. He's going to go 3 inches forward. And the tank's just going to pivot in a little bit 3 inches. But not get within an inch of your guy, so you kind of punch it. Which just form a nice screen from getting to my warlord. And then down here, the biggie. So 9 attacks. I actually hit on 5s. I'm going to run you over, James. I'm going to run you over. There's actually a strat as well where you can make them hit on 2s, I think. So that's 5 hits. I'm strength 9, so I'm looking for 3s because you're T5, aren't you? I've got 3 wounds. You'll be happy to know with my adamantium tracks are -2. So you've got 3 4-ups because you've got your iron halo. And the D3 damage because it's so big and heavy. 3 4-ups, you need to make them all. He's failed 2. He's got no command points anyway, but that would be enough to kill him. And I'm not going to pile in. I'm going to stay where I am.
Yeah, that's game done.
Well, we're going to have a look at the cards because that'll give me 2 points for assassinate. I could have cheekily got a 3rd if Kronos had died, which I couldn't do. Sorry, 2 points for assassinate and warlord, which takes it me to 7. On to James is 6. At this point, I'll ditch Hammer of the Emperor. And we'll let James roll. James roll to see if it goes into turn 6. I think this would be turn 6. So no, that's the game ended. Which will end 7-6. And I think he'll score me 9 breaker, maybe? I think so, wouldn't it be 8-6?
Yeah.
And there's not much left.
Yes, wiped out there.
Not much left at all. This guy I quite like killing him, the Blade of Conquest. Killed a couple of Primaris Marines in a round of attacks, quite decent. -4 save, D3 damage.
How many wounds is he?
He's 4 wounds. He's not super duper, but he's more likely to execute people for running away than he is kill the enemy. But that was close. This time his tank hanging on by the skin of its teeth.
Yeah.
And then, like James said, maybe stood sort of targeting this guy earlier, but by not targeting this guy earlier, he literally took out all the other Riemann Russes and everything. So always tricky against the guard because they can bring a good mix of infantry and tanks. And I think if the Marines bring a lot of tanks, then they kind of bring a lot of infantry. But if they bring a lot of infantry, then they don't have a lot of anti-tank, do they? So always tricky for the Marines, but a good show by the Ultramarines, very close. I think the cards, if you'd have got a couple of better cards in your last couple of turns, I think, then
close.
You could have been even further ahead. You would have made it even harder.
Why those D3 rolls at the beginning were killer?
I think my armour saves turn 1. I think
Armour saves.
literally the tank just ate everything, didn't he? That one guy.
Yeah.
That was very unlucky because there could have been 2. Should have even statistically probably been a Russ and a half dead or 2. But I'll take that. The Tallarn.
Even second turn it was good. Yeah.
I just like using Tallarn, even if they don't win. I like the idea. I love the guard. A good mix of like meat shield humans and tanks, and that was really fun. So get 7. What is his final score? 7-6. Because I think a tank might actually just be out for line breaker.
Yeah.
7-6. You can't get much closer than that, can you? And a guard victory. The Ultramarines will be a way to lick their wounds. The Tallarn told them they weren't traitors. They weren't responsible for this cult uprising. The Ultramarines didn't listen, or made them listen. So they're going to go back and say, yeah, actually those guys were right. There's nothing wrong there. They're okay. They'll say, well, where's the rest of the battle company? Or they're just sunning it up. They're sunning it up in the desert heat. So, or it could have been all put down to some sort of training exercise. You never know. So the airfield and the oil is ours. Tallarn win. Ultramarines will go away. Lick their wounds. Kronos will go and try and fix up his tank, I think. And thanks for watching.